Hit it with the trailer. Gotta figure out where it's going. Had one casualty, which I wasn't expecting. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So we are gonna do a little mess around with the pickup. So just got done with work. Appreciate Frank letting me slide over here and mess around with this. I did actually go out back and unhook the white truck from the tender trailer, and then I turned around and I got the Mack started. And Frank said, I started the Mack and I pulled it forward and it lost prime and died. And I said, great. So I went out there, I got it primed up, and he said, I think there's a fuel leak. Return line coming out of the pump, going back in, spraying fuel out of it. So yeah, it needs to be replaced, that little line. It's only like 8 inches long. We'll replace that, see if it keeps prime in between sitting around. But once I primed it up, it started right up, ran, let it build air pressure, charge the batteries because it's been cold. But as far as with the pickup, and somebody previously said, oh, it's because you modified it, blah, blah, blah. The reason why the up pipe bolts aren't tight is because I forgot to tighten them. The reason why the truck runs funky, still don't know. Kevin, we were just talking, he said, my truck's doing the same like weird thing. So I ran codes on his. He doesn't have any codes, but he said it like throws it in limp mode and when you're towing a trailer and you're boosted up. So this one, somebody in the comments said, oh, you should have left it stock. It wouldn't have done this. Well, all my buddies with head gaskets, snap cranks, bad fuel systems, I don't know. I upgraded it to the point where most of these components that fail are, all of them are out of the truck. As far as the typical stuff, what I'm battling is electrical. But what we got to do today is fix the up pipe bolts, which means we got to take the down pipe off to get to it. So that is why I ran out back and messed around with stuff in between, because I wanted this to be a little cooler. Last time we messed around with it, it was freaking hot, but I was doing that on purpose. I was running it to see if we had an issue. So topside creeper, we'll get in there and see what we got. We're back to this. So Frank actually hooked me up with some, since the whole back of this is filled with tires, with some 24.5s that came off a lowboy. Oh no, he's got 22.5s that came off lowboy, and then these tires here. So we have a big supply of pretty good tires, which is good because we run 24.5s on this and the dump trailer, and then everything else except for that red trailer is 22.5s. So yeah, appreciate it, Frank. But he was gonna pull it forward and throw them in the back, open up the back, and he started it up and he said it died. And I said, great. And he goes, I think there's a fuel leak. So I was actually here last night. I fixed my exhaust on my pickup, which wasn't very much action, so I didn't show you guys any of that. And I did prime it up and get it running. And I said, hey Frank, yeah, there is a big leak. Thanks for pointing that out. So I'll make sure it's primed still. Yep, it's primed up, but you can see fuel coming out of there. Let me get it started and I'll really show you. So we're gonna take that line off, run up, get that made, and I need some electrical pieces for the tanker itself. Might have needed to prime it some more. Yeah, I'll prime it a little bit more. You know what? I don't even know why I'm trying to prime it, because I know it leaks there. So it pours fuel out there. So I want to get that done. Just a peace of mind. Then I can run this truck, make sure it's actually good. But we got to go Chelmsford Auto Electric and have them make me some lines, make me a cable, and make me some things for the military tanker, because I saw some spots that I didn't plan properly. So I'll talk to you guys about that in a minute. Let me get this off. Doing a little run around. I did stop at JPM. I was like, I don't know if you're gonna have this. And he goes, what goes through it? I said, fuel. He goes, nope. He said, everything I got, we'll eat that right up. So went there, went up to Chelmsford Electric, because on the trailer, the ground side going to the trailer was too short since I first got it. So when you turn really sharp, it unhooks the coupler. So I had them redo a ground. I'll have to stop up there and grab it. But swung down here into CarQuest here, Chelmsford CarQuest. And them guys are pretty handy sometimes. We got a line, and it's a fuel line. It's small. The end is actually a barbed end. I thought it was all put together. So all it is a jumper between it. But that hard plastic thing is something odd. It's like a fuel line, but protected, but braided inside. So that will fix our leak on the Mac, hopefully. And then it will keep prime. The other night we unhooked the white truck from this. We got to do some rearranging on some things. And yeah, we'll pull this trailer out. Okay, trailer's ready to go. We're gonna jump over here to the Mac. I got this hose that is a return line, and we'll see if that, we'll get it primed up, we'll get it started. That way when we come back, we can make sure it fires right up and it's good to go. Also got a funnel to dump that extra diesel fuel that I got sitting around. So this one is full of diesel. So we'll do that. Stay. But we'll get this opened up. I wish there was more daylight. What are you doing, buddy? Hanko's pumped to go partying. So all it is that little barb that you guys can barely see back in there. Just loops around, comes back over to right here. That should do it then. So low pressure return line, but we'll see if that fixes it or not. Get my little adjustable. You can see, well, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's bubbles coming through. But we're getting primed up here, so that's good. It primes right up. We might have to put some hose clamps on that, but I don't know. Pretty tight. I guess we will see. Probably will put hose clamps, but sounds good. We'll let it warm up, air up. Battery's charging. It's actually got air from last night. Was it last night? Yeah, last night I was over here. So it's still got 60 PSI, which is kind of cool. I'll put this fuel in here. Yeah, brand new funnel. I didn't have any that were just right, so this cable that runs the back pump, that actually was giving me problems because it was too short. So I got a new black one made up, and we just got to pop the end out, which is prying down and pulling out. Pull this cover off, slide the new one in. Should be that easy, right? Maybe not. There we go. We have made it from last week when we were spreading. Ran around there, spread for half the day. Ran all the way back, got hooked up to this trailer, and well, we're back here. I don't know I think we got some fuel left. We are, that's the member price. Non-member, $4.49. I almost was gonna stop previously, like up the road, and as I was going by, it was $5.39. $5.39? Maybe $5.29? But still, if I put 100 gallons in this thing, well, it's $100 in my pocket, so that stuff adds up pretty quickly. So I'm glad I kept coming and came here. Let me fill up. Took 52 gallons. Not too bad. Had to swipe twice though. So 52 gallons. First one was 172. I stopped it because it was going so slow. Then another 65. So yeah, spending freaking money. Hopefully we'll make some sometime. We made it with the trailer. Gotta figure out where it's going. Had one casualty, which I wasn't expecting. I really wasn't expecting. So I did stop at Tractor Supply, get a little bit of oil. I think the air compressor might be leaking a little bit now. So I got some oil. I brought that hydraulic oil. But yeah. So it broke itself right through. I wasn't expecting that. So this motor, other than like the gearbox, maybe the turbos, some heads, stuff like that, it's really not worth much to me. Well, there's plenty of parts on it that I probably want, so that's why it's still on the trailer. But I don't think I'm gonna leave the trailer parked right here because we're sticking out quite a bit. So I'm not really sure. They got a feed pile there. I might park it right here, block that pump in for right, track the tank in for right now, but we'll pull it out. Got to remember that this only has old school. They're not 30-30 cans, the other cans. Service cans. So I do got a big block of wood. I got to throw behind the tires, so I got to figure this out. We're gonna hook onto the tanker once we're done. Really hasn't been an eventful trip, which is always good. And it's cold, and it's almost 11 o'clock at night, so somebody parked pretty bad right here. Otherwise we probably could park it over here. I did park those really close together. Maybe I'll leave it pulled out, and tomorrow when I get back I'll move it around. I just don't want to be in the way of everybody else going by. Previously I realized that the relay in the back that actually runs everything was bad, so I was turning it on and off because we wired it direct from there. We're all done up, longer wire over that should allow me to turn without it unhooking. I made the ground wire a little short. I actually got way too much ground wire, but I'd rather have more than not enough. So we'll walk back here and I'll show you what is going on. Pump spins, which is good. We got some frozen stuff in it, but it pumps high enough that we're okay. So this is bad. And what I did was I just jumped the wires. I connected the wires together so it doesn't go through. It does click, it just doesn't actually fully engage. So there we go. I got another one. This one has a little hook that goes around, so we might have to be a little finesse with it. But let's get that popped apart and see what we can do. I had known I could have got the exact same one. They had one of these on the shelves that wrapped around like that. But what I did was I bolted it on right there, and that's not going anywhere. But so how it works is that's your power coming in that goes up to the joystick. This is your power coming back that operates this, your ground, and then it jumps across. So it was clicking, but it wasn't pulling it enough to actually run the pump. The O-ring here was leaking, and I think that's probably from me taking it apart before, and I messed with it, and I hope I didn't make it worse. But let's go give it a try. Time is it's midnight, so we got to be up in 5 hours to get going. But so come up here, turn your switch on. You know what helps? When I was working on it, just to be safe, I got all my laundry and everything, I unhooked it. I took this stuff out because my tools are on the bottom. Whew, I'm ready for bed. There we go. It works. Okay. So when we come back here, the pump should not be running right now. It should only turn on when we need it, when you need it. Granted, it's cold, so yeah, we look good. I don't like that that's leaking, but we'll keep an eye on it. That's why I brought some hydraulic oil. Let me put all my tools away. We'll get the exact correct one, but for what we're gonna do, that's gonna work out good. So we're all hooked up, everything works. Joystick works, remote works. I'd really like to get it so it goes into the cab, but I gotta do some thinking on that. I got this little contraption back there, but once it's light time, I'll show you guys it. So I was hoping, get in here. I honestly was hoping that I could get you guys a daily video out of today, but clearly, this morning took quite a while with lawyers, water people, well, septic water, so that's all getting done next week. And then the closing. So yeah, when you spend 3 hours dealing with stuff like that and then you run around for a while, it doesn't work out too well. But messed with the other Mac, got this thing ready, moved another piece of trailer, got some more stuff lined up, putting myself in a better place every day. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. It's gonna be cold. I'm gonna go get like 4.5 hours of sleep at this rate, and we'll put the hammer down. More stickers. Absolutely love it. I can't wait till next year. Yanko's getting a sticker. Just warning you guys. So merchandise for 2023. We'll still rep these shirts. But we got something in the works. So it's not going to happen right away. Artwork takes a little bit, and that's not really where my mindset is right now, as far as plus investing money. So putting $10,000 into inventory of shirts to get rolling with a new design is, yeah, stuff's expensive if you haven't known. But alrighty, I figured we should end this video, and anybody who's actually watched the full video, I will let you know. 20% off merchandise now till the 16th. That way I can get stuff sent out before the 17th, so I can get it shipped. International shipping might not make it before Christmas. I'm just warning you guys. It's not going to make it before Christmas. International shipping, unless you want to pay $60 to have something shipped in 4 days. It's pretty crazy. And I don't make the shipping rates, but I figured since you guys made it to the end, I would drop that 20% off. Let's use Duffy 20. So make that an active code right now. You guys should be good to go. Stickers included in all the orders. Appreciate you guys watching along. A little bit of jumping around. Some days it's like that. I'm excited. The next video is pretty cool. Had a good time. So yeah, keep you guys rolling along on the content, and looking forward to what goes on here. So see you on the next one. Have a good one.